Today I'd like to discuss the idea of tournament preparation and how this concept can lead us to win a match before our matches even begin. To start with, we should describe what is going on at a tournament. And that would be, well, one of those things would be wait times. So before our match starts, there's going to be a long period where just other matches are going on, and we're potentially having to watch those. But before our match happens, we have hours to wait leading up to it. And then that's just one division. So if we compete in multiple divisions, there might be an hour or two between our different divisions. So for instance, our gi division and our no gi division. And that can make it difficult to keep ourselves in the right frame of mind. But when it comes to frame of mind, we'll be discussing a few. So the first will be anticipation. As we're watching these events, they might be incredibly exciting, and that might put us on edge and make us want to perform especially well. And as we're developing these feelings, we might train leading up to our match very hard. Instead of like a brief warm-up or an adequate warm-up, we push the pace and kind of wear ourselves out before we've had our contest. This can lead to us having a bad performance because we're tired before our match even starts. Another frame of mind we should consider is the feeling of dread. This feeling can come into play especially in team events, where with a team event, like say our team is underperforming or overperforming, in either case it can solicit in us a feeling of dread, because if we're underperforming, then we need to be the ones scoring points ultimately. If everyone else is kind of losing and we're not putting on a good showing, then we might feel that extra pressure and that need to perform. When it comes to overperforming, then we can't be the only person who doesn't get that score that our team needs, that win. Because all of these things right now are actually being factored in. So it's not just individual medals that might be a consideration, but it might be team medals. So we need to get a victory for our team. And that's just a different kind of frame of mind that can make someone feel a little on edge and give them a feeling of dread. Now it comes to the last frame of mind. That's the feeling of boredom. And boredom can happen because these wait times are so long. And you might have a match right then, and then you have to wait an hour before you have another match. And that can lead to you being bored. And if your matches are getting pushed back or something, and you have to watch all of these other matches, you might get overindulged or overexposed with content because too much is happening and your brain just can't process it all, so it gets worn out. That frame of mind can definitely happen, and it can definitely be a problem. But when it comes to all frames of mind, we can do 3 different things that can put us in a better place, prepping wise. These things are food, people, and equipment. So beginning with food, we would need to make sure that when we go to an event to compete, that we bring the right nutrition for us. Because the nutrition the tournament will provide, it will be of a substandard quality. The reason being that the tournament wants to make money by hosting an event. And it's going to do everything to ensure that this tournament is ultimately a victory for it, which is a smart move to do. But what we should do in light of that is to make sure that we bring the food that we personally know is necessary to give us a good performance, to give us an advantage in that way, to make us somewhat in lighter spirits. These food needs will vary person to person, so I can't really give my advice on what I would potentially take, as if you've never had that before, then it could be bad. It could give you a different response. But if you know what your stomach is used to, then you should be able to you should be prepping that food, as the tournament is going to give you basically the equivalent of a vending machine food, and that won't be something you want to compete on. The next way in which we should prep is concerning our people, the people we bring with us. So different people will give us like different feelings, and these feelings can put us in a good spot when it comes to leading up to our match. So for instance, if I were competing and I wanted to really think about all the things that could happen leading up that match and during that match, I might bring like more strategic minded people. But another person might bring people that completely take them away from what's going on at the event. They might not want to consider their impending match at all, and just to keep off that topic. Other people might want a completely different experience and just want to be left alone. And they'll bring people, but they don't expect to have like conversations with these people, because they want to get a certain headspace independent of the people they bring, and they just have people there because it's an expectation of theirs. It's expected of them. With these different frames of mind, the important thing is that we get people who can give us some kind of response, whatever response we're desiring. The last bit when it comes to prepping is equipment, and equipment is useful because we can think about workout equipment. So, for instance, a jump rope. We might feel that it's necessary to have a jump rope on us, and we definitely can't expect the tournament to provide these things. And also, our equipment should be things like recording software. We should be bringing, in my opinion, a tripod and a phone, or preferentially like a video camera with a lot of space that can actually record this event. When it comes to our tournament, we're not just risking our finances, because these things are pricey to get into, but you're risking your health potentially, because things happen at these events. And if you also can market yourself successfully, then that'll lead to you having more opportunities in this martial arts world. Those are my thoughts when it comes to prepping. So we talked about food, we talked about people, and we talked about equipment. Now, in that respect, I'd be very interested in what you guys think about, like, what do you want to have food-wise? What do you think is a good thing to bring? And also, what kinds of people do you like to have with you? Do you have people who can distract you, or do you like people who can keep you in that frame of mind and keep you thinking strategically before the match happens? Oh, and also another good one is, do you like to bring family with you to these events, or do you like to keep that separate? So those have been my thoughts, and if you like this video, then hit the button and be sure to subscribe as well. Thanks.